Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 41 of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And after this I'm going to be posting What If Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu, so stay in tune and enjoy that. And also over on Anime King 2, and that's my second channel. If this is the first time you're hearing of Anime King 2, go ahead and look in the top of the description. You guys will see a link and click on that and go ahead and check out Anime King 2. And if you do enjoy the 100 plus what ifs over there, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King 2 family. So I'm going to be posting a new episode of Uchiha Naruto the Sage, and also a new episode of What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. So go ahead and check it out. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So the last time we left off, we had the battle between Gaara and Sasuke, as the battle was basically like canon up to the point where Sasuke stabbed Gaara in his shoulder, making Gaara see his blood. It was then that the audience was placed under a genjutsu, and it was then the Kazekage broke out and revealed that he was Orochimaru all along, as Sarutobi, Tsunade and Jiraiya were put in a barrier by the Sound 4 as they placed mini barrier over themselves to protect themselves. Orochimaru quickly went off against the 3 ninjas as he quickly realized that he was no match for them, so it was time for him to bring out. As he slammed his hand together and did the Edo Tensei, as he revived the first and the second, he was going to revive Minato, but Tsunade stopped him. And also, Kakashi told Sakura to go get Shikamaru, Ino and Naruto, so they all can go after Sasuke and Gaara. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out yourself. So let's start this new episode. We start this episode back on the top of the academy, where Orochimaru was with his previous teacher and the other 2 Sanins. I think it's time that we start the show, said Orochimaru, as he walked up towards the 2 reanimation with kunai in his hands with seals on them. The first Hokage looked out at the village as he could hear the destruction and the explosion. He also saw the 2 giant snakes destroying the wall and the buildings. So even after all this time, there is still war, he said sadly. Orochimaru just smirked as he placed the kunai in the back of their heads, allowing him to have complete control over them. After the sealed kunais were in their heads, the color started to return to their faces, making them look more lifelike. Now then, if you would be so kind, dispose of my former teammates and my old sensei, said Orochimaru. Prepare yourself, Sarutobi, Tsunade, said the first Hokage, because we will not be able to hold back on any of you, said Tobirama as he and his brother raced forward. For the next few minutes, the battle was fierce, as Sarutobi summoned the Monkey King and he transformed into his staff, as Sarutobi rushed towards Orochimaru and engaged him in a battle, while Tsunade and Jiraiya took on the first and the second. Sarutobi was able to get the advantage as he sent his staff forward, crashing into Orochimaru. The Monkey King then emerged his arm from the top of the staff as he grabbed onto Orochimaru, choking the life out of him by squeezing his neck. Orochimaru, this is the end for you. I am going to wring your neck with my bare hands. I should have done this years ago, the Monkey King said, choking Orochimaru. But Orochimaru then reverted into mud, showing that he replaced himself with an Earth Shadow clone. After escaping the Monkey King, the real Orochimaru appeared out of the mud of his clone. As he appeared, Sarutobi sent him flying backwards with a strong slap from his staff. When he did that, 2 objects came crashing down beside Orochimaru. As Sarutobi focused as he saw, the first Hokage had a huge hole in his stomach, and Tobirama's arms were ripped off. Shortly after, both Jiraiya and Tsunade appeared next to Sarutobi. Both of them looked ruffled and had a few light injuries. But other than that, they seem to be in good condition. I am pleased to see that both of you are okay, said Sarutobi. Huh, you won't get rid of us that easily, old man, Jiraiya said in a joke. Yes, the battle is over. The Hokage, Jiraiya and Tsunade has won, said one of the ANBU excitedly, believing that with the two Hokages down, Orochimaru would be finished. I will not be so certain of that, the ANBU said, as he pointed at the two reanimation who were regenerating. Damn it, Jiraiya quietly cursed, as if things weren't hard enough. As I thought, they are invulnerable to damage, because they are already dead. I fear the only way we can defeat them is if I use the Yandame technique, Sarutobi said. Sensei, you can't, said Jiraiya. Yeah, you know what will happen if you use that technique, said Tsunade. Yes, I am aware of that, but it is the only way to defeat those two. No, there's got to be another way, said Jiraiya. If we can keep Orochimaru away, then we can separate the both of them and seal them up, one at a time. But, said Sarutobi, listen to me, Sensei. You may be eager to give your life up, but there is no way I'm going to let this happen without a fight. I already failed, stopping Minato from sacrificing himself against the Kyuubi. I won't do the same, said Jiraiya. For once, I agree with the pervert, said Tsunade, as she joined in on the conversation. The time hasn't come for something like that. The village needs a Hokage. It needs you. After hearing his former student, the Sandaime could only smirk in amusement. Very well then, we will continue to try, although I fear that it will come to it, sooner or later. Orochimaru chuckled as he stood back up. I must say I am rather impressed of how the three of you are faring. You're putting up a better fight than I thought, but you are only slowing down things. You all will still die here today. We will see about that, said Sarutobi as he held his staff up. Meanwhile, outside, the Mizu Cage just gave Haku and Kojiro orders to help out Konoha because they came here to create an alliance, and now Konoha needs their help. As the Raikage and his subordinates are talking, Boss, what should we do? C asks. I say that we get Bee, the daimyo, Yujito and the others and leave the village. This battle is Konoha's problem, not ours, said Darui. Agree, said the Raikage, as they all took off. In the village, Naruto, Shikamaru, Ino and Sakura were making their way through the village so they could avoid the battle that was going on. Geez, why the hell do we even have to go through all this trouble? I don't even like Sasuke, mumbled Shikamaru as they made their way through an alley to avoid the fighting. Shut up, Shikamaru, said Sakura. Sasuke needs our help and we are going. She's right, Shikamaru. Whether you like it or not, we need to go and help Sasuke. I would admit, me and Sasuke don't see eye to eye all the time, but he's still a comrade and a Konoha shinobi, so he needs our help, said Naruto. Come on you lot, enough talking. We need to get out of the village as fast as possible before the enemy shinobi spot us, said Pakon. I think it's too late for that, said Ino, as she saw 4 sand ninjas, and she looked up and saw 4 stone ninjas. As they looked behind them to take the other way, but they saw sand and stone ninjas behind them, blocking the way. Damn it, we're surrounded, Naruto said, as Shikamaru sighed. What a drag, he said. Naruto looked over to Shikamaru. Shikamaru, do you have any smoke bombs? He asked. A couple, but they won't do us any good. We are confined to this alleyway and surrounded on all sides, he said. Trust me, I have a plan. Just have them ready when I give the signal, said Naruto. Shikamaru just nodded as a ANBU, not the ANBU from Konoha, landed in front of the stone and sand ninjas. As he then spoke, as his voice sounded so familiar. Senju Naruto, we have orders to take you with us. Surrender peacefully and you won't be harmed. Really? Naruto asked calmly as he walked away from the group and held his arms behind his back. And let me guess who gave you those orders. Orochimaru, am I right? Since he's the leader of the Stone Village after all. Orochimaru? Said Ino in shock, as she was not aware of this. You serious? Shikamaru asked as he was also shocked. Yeah, back when we ran into him in the Forest of Death, he had the symbol for the Sound Village on his headband, so it isn't hard to figure out that he is leading the Sound. Hold on a second, Ino said. Are you saying that it was Orochimaru who defeated you back then? Yeah, he was, said Naruto. Jeez, this is becoming even more troublesome, thought Shikamaru, as he then looked at Naruto, taking on a Sannin by himself. This is just insane. Yes, you are correct. We follow Lord Orochimaru. Now, will you surrender peacefully or not? The ANBU asks. And what if I refuse? Then, we will capture you by force and kill all your friends, the ANBU replied. But if you surrender, they will go unharmed, because our interests lie only with you. Well then, I guess I have no choice, as Naruto with his hand behind him count down, as he gave Shikamaru the okay, as he dropped the smoke bombs. As the alleyway filled up with smoke, as Naruto then brought his fist as he slammed it into the wall, breaking a hole right through it, allow them to go through. Good work you two, said Pakon. Thanks, said Naruto, as they run through the wall. Now come on before those goons catch up, said Pakon, as he sniffed the air. This way, as they followed behind him. Naruto then stopped, as everyone stopped and looked at him. You guys go that way. I will go this way, Naruto said as he pointed to the opposite street. What? But we need to stick together, said Ino. Look, you all heard that ANBU guy. They're after me, not you. I will lead them away while you guys go after Sasuke. There is no way we're going to leave you and let you face all of those guys by yourself, said Sakura. Listen, they won't kill me. They want me alive. So, I'll be fine. He's right, Ino, said Shikamaru. To win a game, a player must be willing to sacrifice a piece. But even so, this was real life, and it made the situation even harder for Naruto to sacrifice himself. Then I'll go with you as well, said Ino as she moved forward, but she was then stopped by Naruto. No, I will go alone. My chances of losing them are better. Besides, Sasuke needs you guys. He's going to need all the help he can get. He's going up against Gaara, and when I lose them, I will catch up with you guys. I agree with Naruto, said Pakon. If we want to get to Sasuke in time, then he will have to lead them away, or they will just keep coming after us. Seeing that it was 3 against 2, the two girls finally gave up, as they just wished him good luck, as Naruto told them that he will be fine, as they rushed off. As they did, Naruto saw the fake ANBU and the Sound Ninjas jumping towards him, as Naruto turned the opposite way and ran down the street to lead them away from Shikamaru and the girls. There he is, let's go after him, said one of them. No, the leader said, as the ninja stopped. He's trying to lead us away from the other, said the leader. So what? Our orders are to capture him, not those kids, said one of the Sound Shinobi. Our orders are to also make sure that they don't interfere with Gaara, so that is why you guys will go after them. But what about him? The same Sound Nin asks. Leave Naruto to me, said the ANBU, as they just nodded, and they all rushed after Shikamaru and the girls, while the ANBU went after Naruto. After a few minutes of running, Naruto saw no sign of the Sound Shinobi, as he thought about creating a shadow clone to lead them away even further. And while he hid some way and wait for them to pass him by, and this will allow him to catch up with Shikamaru and the girls. But before he could do this, he then heard a sound of a kunai flying through the air. Acting quickly, Naruto jumped to the left as the kunai embedded itself into the ground where he was just standing. As soon as Naruto avoided the kunai, he saw the fake ANBU landed in front of him, just a few meters apart. Where are your friends? Naruto asked, while at the same time glancing around him, making sure that none of them were trying to sneak up on him. Oh, I sent them after your friends. I told them that I could deal with you myself. After hearing this, Naruto cursed as he realized that his plan just failed. Well then, I guess I don't have time to waste, Naruto said. No you don't, the ANBU said, as he then runs through hand signs. As he activates chakra scalpels, as Naruto's eyes went wide, as that was one of the techniques that his mother taught him, and he knew it very well, so he knows it as well. He must be a medical nin. The ANBU then rushed at him at an incredible speed, causing Naruto to flip up in the air and avoid him, as Naruto then brought down his fist with a lot of his strength intended to end the fight in one blow, but the man moving at incredible speed again as Naruto's fist made contact, destroying the ground around him. Naruto wasn't finished there as he pushed back and did a roundhouse kick trying to keep the ANBU, but he ducked under it. As Naruto landed on a wall upside him down, activate chakra on his feet, he then pushed off and went after the ANBU again. As Naruto tried to punch a fake ANBU, but he disappeared in a blur as he appeared behind Naruto and touched Naruto on his arm and leg as the ANBU jumped away. When Naruto landed, he dropped to his knee as the ANBU spoke. As you may notice, I have just weakened the muscles in your right bicep and your thigh, just enough to slow your movements down and prevent you from using your unbelievable strength on me, said the ANBU. So, why don't you save us a whole heap of time and just give up now? That will also prevent you from going through some extremely horrible pain, cocky bastard, Naruto said. Well, if you think that I will just lay down and give up, then you don't know the first thing about me. I figured that he would say something like that, the ANBU said, as he then rushed forward at incredible speed. Naruto quickly pulled out a kunai as he started to deflect the man's attack, but the man's chakra scalpels cut right through the kunai as he flipped over Naruto. Naruto came up with a punch, but the man dodged as he hit Naruto in the chest, causing Naruto to fall to his knees in pain. As Naruto tried to catch his breath, oh, I have to be careful not to hit anything too vital, because if you die, Orochimaru will be disappointed in me, the ANBU said, as he deactivated his chakra scalpels. But still, you won't be able to move anytime soon, as he started to walk to Naruto. But Naruto quickly got up to his feet as he delivered a punch into the man's stomach, sending him flying back as he crashed through two buildings. How is this possible, the man said, as his mask started to crack. After all he went through today, everything, all that battle, and what I just did to him, how was he able to stand? Meanwhile, the ANBU was on the ground. Naruto ran through hand sign as he used mystical palm technique to heal his injuries. After Naruto was finished healing his chest and his leg and he was about to heal his arm, he saw movements coming from the hole that he hit the man through. No way, he couldn't have recovered so fast after that. Soon enough, the man emerged from the wall. He was wobbly, but fine otherwise. As he no longer wore a mask, it broke when he broke through the wall. As Naruto saw his face, Kabuto, Naruto said, as he recognized a spy. We meet again, Naruto, said Kabuto with a smirk. I knew there was a reason why I didn't like you, Naruto said angrily. Yes, with the exception of Sakura, you others never really trusted me, Kabuto said as he readjusted his glasses. Tell me, what was it? Well, you were always eager to help, especially the people that you didn't know. You gave us information on people in the Chunin exams, and you came to Sakura's rescue when she tried to open the scroll because she would be eliminated with us. Yes, it seems I did overplay my part, said Kabuto. Tell me, how was you able to recover so quickly? You shouldn't have gotten up after being hit by that, Naruto asked. You're not the only gifted shinobi in the world, Naruto. Like you, I have many gifts. One of them being my natural talents for ninjutsu, where I develop a technique called Yang Healing Wound Destruction. By anticipating the spot where the enemy will attack, I focus all my cells there for my body to start its reanimation process. So, for as long as I have chakra, I can completely heal all damage that you do to me, said Kabuto. Damn it, Naruto cursed. Even if I manage to beat this prick and get away from him, I would not be in a fighting state to help Sasuke and the others. Naruto quickly fired some poison needles at Kabuto, who quickly avoided them. He then threw smoke bomb with knockout gas that could render a shinobi like Kabuto unconscious in seconds. Inhaling even a bit of this will be dangerous, thought Kabuto as the smoke engulfed him. As Naruto started to move away, as a hand then breathed from under the ground, as it was Kabuto's. Naruto then brought down his fist as he slammed it into the ground, destroying the ground around him. Once the dust cleared, Kabuto emerged from the ground a few feet away from Naruto. My, that was rather close, Kabuto commented with his usual arrogant smirk. Well, let's see you dodge this, wood style. Wood release, wood tentacles, Naruto said, as wood tentacles emerged around Kabuto as Kabuto jumped straight up in the air. As they all wrapped around Kabuto as Naruto squeezed it, but then Kabuto replaced himself with a wooden log as the log broke into pieces. As Naruto saw the real Kabuto as he fired some large wooden spikes as Kabuto cut them into pieces with his chakra scalpel. This of course surprised Naruto since the wooden objects that he made were very strong and could not be cut easily or destroyed. Naruto then pushed off as he rushed at Kabuto to face off against him. As Kabuto then looked up as he saw kunais and shurikens raining from the sky as he quickly jumped back. As Naruto stopped, as three girls appeared in front of Naruto. It was Yujito, Haku, and Mai. When Kabuto saw the three kunoichi, he knew that things have gotten more difficult as he knew how skilled the girls were. Haku, Yujito, Mai, what are you three doing here? A confused Naruto asked as he saw all the girls staring at Kabuto carefully. Huh, what does it look like? We're saving your sorry ass, said Yujito as she glanced at Naruto as she then turned back to watch Kabuto. The three of us came together as we started to look for you and we finally found you. Not that I don't appreciate the help, but why are you three here? This is my village's fight. It don't involve the three of you, Naruto asked. It seems that is no longer the case with my village, as the Mizukage has ordered us to help this village, Haku said, surprising both Naruto and Kabuto at the news. Same here, said Yujito. Bee Sensei told us to help you, and I already told you, Naruto, no one will defeat you, except for me, said Yujito. You're going to have to get into line, said Mai, as she turned around and grabbed Naruto by the collar. After what you did to me, you owe me. What? What did I do to you? Naruto asked, as he was confused. You held back on our fight. Not only do you possess superhuman strength, not to mention you can use Mokiton. Do you know how humiliating it was to watch your fight with that girl over there and realize how much you held back in our fight? Hey, listen Mai, I can explain. I had a reason to not to use my full abilities, Naruto said, trying to calm the angry girl down. I don't care what your excuses are. Once this whole thing is over, you and I are going to have a rematch and you're going to use all your abilities. And also, don't you dare think that I have forgotten what you did after your battle with Yujito over there. At the mention of the incident, both Yujito and Naruto blushed slightly while an irritating look appeared on Haku's face. That was an accident. My body gave up when I was about to help Yujito up, said Naruto. I swear. Oh, and you just happened to land on her chest, did you? Mai asked, as she didn't believe it one bit. I swear it was an accident, Naruto said. Well then, you're going to have to make it up to me by going out on a date with me, she said, surprising Naruto and the two girls. A date? Naruto replied, as he blushed slightly. Yes, Mai said. Are you serious? Yujito asked as she turned at Mai and Naruto in disbelief, talking about a date in the middle of a battlefield. Stay out of this. This is between my fiancé and me, Mai said, as she turned at Yujito. Fiancé? Well, this is a interesting news, Kabuto thought, as he watched the drama in front of him unfold. He is not your fiancé, Haku said as she was irritated. You just declared him your fiancé after he defeated you. His own mother refused to acknowledge you as his fiancé. She doesn't have any say in the matter, said Mai. Naruto and I are clearly a perfect match for each other, as we are clearly the two strongest fighters in the exam. Oh really? Asked Yujito with a sarcastic tone. And that will explain how you only made it to the preliminaries before you were knocked out. As a large tick mark appeared on Mai's forehead, that was because I was facing Naruto. If you and I had fought, then I would have been the one to fight him in the finals. Unlike you, I rely on my own powers, not another. That's tough talk coming from someone from one of the minor villages, said Yujito, as she knew that Mai was talking about the Nibi. You want to go? Mai asked, as she was angry about Yujito insulting her village as she took out her 2 new fans and opened them up. Hey, can I say something? Naruto asked, as he tried to calm the situation, as Mai and Yujito turned around and said what? As Haku just looked at Naruto. But before Naruto could say anything, Baki and a large portion of sand ninjas arrived, as Baki saw that Naruto was going after Gaara, and he couldn't allow Naruto to stop Gaara after what he saw in the finals with Naruto using Mokiton. Kabuto, what is going on here? Baki asked. You need to deal with that boy and stop him before he can use his Mokiton ability on Gaara, Baki said angrily. Ah, Baki, excellent time, said Kabuto. As you can see, I was just about to capture Naruto, but some unpredictable circumstances appeared. So, if you would be so kind, perhaps you and your man here can deal with these girls, as we can finish up everything and have no trouble. Great, out of the frying pan and into the fire, Naruto muttered as he saw the sand shinobis ready to attack. Remember Baki, Orochimaru want Naruto alive, and you would do well to remember that, Kabuto warned. Baki frowned in anger, but he swallowed his pride as he knew that the mission came first. Baki then announced his man to attack as they unleashed kunais at the 4 children. Before any of the kunai could reach them, a massive wooden wall came out of the ground, blocking all of it. Wooden spikes then erupted from the ground, causing Kabuto and the sand ninjas to jump back. Shortly after, the wood wall retreated back into the ground. Nice going, Naruto, said Mai as she turned at her fiancé. That wasn't me, Naruto replied. But who else can use Mokiton? Yujito asked in surprise. Him, Naruto replied, as he pointed to Yamato, who had appeared in front of the 4 of them. Thank you, Yamato-sensei, but what are you doing here? Naruto asked. When you and the others left to go after Sasuke, I noticed that the fake ANBU and the Sun and the Sand Shinobis came after you, so I came to give you a helping hand. Naruto, what is going on? How is it that your sensei can perform Mokiton? Is he a member of your clan? Haku asked, as both Mai and Yujito were also surprised and confused as well. I wouldn't mind knowing that for myself. Me too, as they all turned around to see Zabuza and Killer Bee, as they appeared beside Yamato to face off against Kabuto and the Sand Ninja. Unsure of the intention of the 2 shinobis, Yamato kept his guard up and eyed the 2 shinobis carefully. Seeing how tense Yamato was, Zabuza just put his sword behind his shoulder. You don't have to worry. I am not your enemy today. In fact, we are on the same side. The Hokage has ordered for me to help you Konoha ninjas out, which worked well for me. How so? Yamato asked. Because I owe that brat over there a debt for saving my life and treating my wounds, said Zabuza. And I don't like owing debts to anyone, especially brats like him. As Yamato was satisfied with the answer. And what of you, Bee? What are your intentions? Yamato asked as he turned to the Cloud Ninja. I am just being nice as a friend. Needing a friend, you fool, said Killer Bee, with a smirk. Cut the crap, Sensei, and stop trying to act all fool, Yujito said. The only reason you're trying to help because you think by helping Naruto you're gonna get some points with his mother. What? Naruto yelled as he glared at Bee. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on that bell notification to stay posted, and remember to stay in tune for all of the love that what's coming your way today. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.